We want to add and subtract rational expressions, and we want to be able to use that to simplify complex fractions. So we want to perform the operations and simplify. And right now we have a rational expression in the numerator and a rational expression in the denominator, and we want to simplify that. So what we need to do is we need to get the operation that we have in the numerator and the operation in the denominator. We need to get rid of that and just change this completely to multiplication. So we're almost going to look at this like two separate problems. We're going to look at this like almost like x over 6 minus x over 3. And then separately, we're going to look at it as x over 5 minus 7/10. So when we're looking at this, we're going to say in the numerator, we have a 6 and a 3 for their denominators. What we want to do is we want to get these to be the same. So just in the numerator, I want to take on this left side here, and I want to make this 3 become 6. So the way that I do that is I can multiply this by 2 over 2. And then on the left side, or in the denominator here, on the left side, we have x over 5, and we need to make this 5 become 10 so that we can subtract them. In order to make 5 become 10, we need to multiply by 2. So we're going to multiply just this side of the denominator by 2. And what that's going to get us is, that's going to get us x over 6 minus 2x over 6. And then we're going to get 2x over 10 minus 7 over 10. Now what we can do is we can perform these operations. And so we are going to get x minus 2x becomes negative x over 6 divided by 2x minus 7 is just that. It's going to be 2x minus 7, and then over 10 still. Now we have a fraction divided by a fraction, or if we were going to write this out another way, we could write this out as negative x over 6 divided by 2x minus 7 over 10. So when we have a fraction divided by a fraction, remember, we're going to do keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep the first fraction, we're going to change the sign, and we're going to flip our dividing fraction. And the reason that this will work is what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this by multiplying by the reciprocal. So 10, that's a 10, not an x, 10 over 2x minus 7. And in order to not change the value of this complex fraction that we have here, we're going to have to multiply by the same thing, 10 over 2x minus 7. 10 over 2x minus 7 divided by 10 over 2x minus 7 is still 1. So we're not changing the value here. But the reason we did that is because now in the denominator, our 10 cancels our 10 and our 2x minus 7 cancels our 2x minus 7. So basically all we did was keep, change, flip. We kept the original function, or the original fraction. We changed the sign. Now the sign is going to be multiplication. And we flipped the dividing fraction. So now we have negative x divided by 6 multiplied by 10 over 2x minus 7. And now we can simplify this a little bit. We see that we have a 10 in the numerator and we have a 6 in the denominator. Both of those are divisible by 2. So we can divide by 2 and we can divide by 2. And what that's going to give us is, that's going to give us negative x divided by 3 times 5 over 2x minus 7. And then we can multiply these together, and negative x times 5, that becomes negative 5x. Divided by 3 times 2x minus 7.